The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it is Monday. We know what we do to get going, right?
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get into it. Yay! Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 604, 51 degrees on its way to the 70s again today. Kenzie, what up? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. Ooh, that was an interesting voice.
I sound like Lauren, didn't I?
Sounded like one of those
That's
phone.
my Lauren impression.
One of those phone.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is good. Okay, say something about Nirvana right now.
Oh my God, I love Nirvana, and I just can't wait till they come to Tinley Park.
Now, Brian, could you do your Brian Phillips History of Alternative impression?
Well, coming up, we have a song from The Cure. We have little demos up there from The Cure, and you're going to really love it because I remember when I met The Cure back with Robert Smith back in the day.
You have to bring up I was sitting next to Brian Phillips at Fall Out Boy, and it was my first time ever seeing Fall Out Boy live, and I was so excited. And he was drunk, and the entire time he was trying to yell over Fall Out Boy and tell me Fall Out Boy trivia. He was like, "You don't understand how amazing it was the first time I saw that." And I go, "Well, this is my first time, and I can't hear that." And he just kept going, and I'm like, "Oh my God, Brian!"
Okay, let's see. Case, you do Dougie Styles. Go.
Hey, mommy, Dougie Styles on Q101, holding it down, mommy.
Let's go. Listen, we have the best air staff in the city, and I'll tell you what, all those people, especially Brian Phillips. If you're near Brian Phillips, like in a setting like Kenzie just talked about,
Oh God!
you grab a beer and a seat, and you sit back and watch.
Just know, whatever you came to do, you're no longer going to do.
No,
It's a very important thing to know.
That's right.
You sit under that learning tree and you listen.
You sit there, you get yourself a drink and maybe some popcorn, and you just sit there and enjoy.
Everywhere is the history alternative. Everywhere you go with him, he's got a fun fact.
Yeah, he's got stories.
I'm like, it's a new band. He's like, right, but I taught at their kindergarten. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. That's it. That's Lauren's on after us, by the way, at 10 a.m. and Brian Phillips in the afternoon. Dougie Styles in the weekends, in case the producer's here too.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Hi, Kenzie.
Hi.
Hey, all right. So, man, we have a lot today going on. We're still continuing the Q101 Fest, and this one is a trip. It's called the Minnesota Yacht Club, this festival, which sounds wild. It's the first year ever of the event that has the...
I was just going to say, I lived there, and I don't recall that at all, but it's the first year.
Yeah, first year. You got the Offspring, Chili Peppers, Gwen Stefani, Alanis Morissette. The lineup is insane.
Odd name for that show.
I don't know. Well, you lived
That's
there.
adjacent to Yacht Club for me.
I know you lived there. Why would they have a boat reference there in Minnesota?
I don't know. Like, I mean, none of those bands give me, like, Yacht Club.
Yeah, I mean...
Toto, like Africa Toto, like I can see that being played at a yacht club.
Little yacht rock vibe.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But none of that.
7 a.m. and 9 a.m. will get you your chances for it, and then you get to Riot Fest too, just for qualifying. We have, in fact, at 6:20 here, we'll do a chance to get to Sum 41 in Paris again here. Just 6:20. Stay here. We'll give you that keyword.
My goodness.
Clash with Kenzie, The Used at the Hard Rock in Northern Indiana. They are incredible. When The Used was in their rising moment, going upward.
Oh, Brian Phillips is here again.
That's right. Here's a Brian Phillips story.
And here he is.
We had The Used in a Guitar Center parking lot, and it was the Guitar Center in the West Burbs. I'm trying to remember which one it was. And 8,000 people showed up. It was insane. This is when The Used, again, just kind of getting started. And we thought like 500 would show up, and 8,000 people showed up. There was one cop for security. We're like, hey, you better call some more cops. We need some security here. But you know what? Everybody had a great time. Moshed, which we show different levels of moshing to Kenzie on Friday before the show. Different styles of moshing, two-stepping, all that kind of stuff. Skanking.
Right. Because I thought that Case said something about being a skank, and I was confused.
Yeah.
He's like, no, the dance. And I'm like, okay. And then I had Brian give me examples, but every time Brian does the dances, they all look the same. I go, no, do the other one. He goes, I am.
It's like a slower Carlton. That's
like,
kind of what I do.
You just did the same dance again. Like, there was no difference. And I don't know if he was just doing it wrong or what, but every time Brian did it, it was the exact same dance move.
The only difference is the harder the music, the more people I knock over. That's the difference of the dance. It's the same like slow Carlton kind of dance.
I will go to all the shows and I will listen to all the good music. I don't go in the pit. I don't know what goes on in there.
You shouldn't be in there. I'm being honest.
I know. I got stuck in one time because I didn't know that happened, and I got there early and couldn't wait to stand close to the stage. And I'm like, I have a great spot, and I almost died trying to get out of there.
When it gets going.
I don't like to get pushed. I just wanted to watch the show.
I just want to enjoy the music.
Drop my snack. It's a drink and a snack. Everyone starts pushing.
We also have, how about this? It's Live Nation National Concert Week starting, Wednesday officially, but we're celebrating it with giving you tickets to shows like Pixies, Modest Mouse, Third Eye Blind, Vampire Weekend, Bush, SDP, and Live, Kings of Leon. These are all incredible shows. Now, what the Live Nation National Concert Week is access to $25 tickets. It'll be from May 8th to the 14th. You can buy them, and we'll get that going this week as well, so stay here.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Now is your chance to win a trip to see Sum 41 in Paris, France. Message and data rates apply. Please don't text and drive.
Q101.
Well, damn, I hope one of our early people get it here. Sum 41's album, Heaven and Hell. Awesome that it's come out. Awesome it's available for you. And they have a concert in Paris, France to celebrate.
Baby.
Oh, man. What a trip that would be. You wear a beret and no one's going to make fun of you?
I know. That's your dream.
I want to wear a beret. I'd like to try it out.
I feel like you're really tall for a beret.
Is there a height limit on berets?
You seem tall for a beret.
Everything is, when I went through my fedora phase, when you wear something that you commit to for a while, it's more noticeable when you're a tall, dorky guy out there, as opposed to like some shorter guy. Shorter guys look better in fashion.
I get away with a lot
trends.
of stuff because I'm short.
Yeah, and I'm not short shaming. It just works better on you.
You know, like, my thing is that accessories on a tall person can look really big. Because think about how big of a hat you need. Or shoes. Like, I can wear, like, crazy shoes because my feet are really small.
Right.
But if I wore crazy shoes and I had big feet, like, now it's like, wow, it's a lot of stuff on there.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I could see, like, how big your beret would be. They think it was, like, a joke. Like, what is this, for a mascot? No, it's for Brian.
It'd be like a hula hoop size beret on my head. Oh, I might try it still. I'm not going to this trip unless you take me with you, though. So all you got to do is text the national keyword ALL, A-L-L, to a different text number than usual.
Not us. Put your phone down.
Not
Listen.
us. Listen carefully.
Listen.
95819. Text the national keyword ALL to 95819.
Ooh, 95819.
It's almost like the Empire Carpet jingle.
Oh, yeah.
95819. Okay, so text
Go to
all.
Paris.
Text that, and you get 3-night hotel stay, the trip, of course, tickets, $500 in spending cash, premium tickets to a sold-out 40,000-person venue that is sold out, La Défense Arena in Paris. And you'll see Sum 41, so call right now. Don't call, actually. Text.
Good heavens. I just did the whole thing.
I know, but it's Monday. I thought call for a second. All right. Okay, text all to 95819.
My goodness.
Do that right now to go
Trains off the rails.
To go France.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this one involves a story that happened last week where I don't know if when you were a kid, were you afraid of certain things that were in your room, like in the walls or in the bedroom or under the bed, the monsters under the bed? Did you ever have those fears, Kenzie?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
All the time?
I had a reoccurring nightmare I told you about. Carnival.
Oh, yeah.
The video game Carn Evil, because
Yes.
I saw it when I was walking out of a movie theater at night because the video games were just running in a circle. And I had this reoccurring nightmare that, like, every night I'd fall asleep and I would just enter a different attraction. That killed me.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I
was just always terrified.
Ugh. Well, this is an insane story. So this little girl said there was a monster in her closet, okay? And her parents were like, well, it's a little girl thing. There's nothing in there. So you can be okay. We're right next door. Nothing's going to happen. Just go to bed, girl. It's going to be fine. Mm-hmm. Well, eventually they checked in the closet, and what they found was insane. Is going to blow your mind here when you're here at 6:30 when we give you the answer here.
Oh,
But
I don't like that.
it's mind-boggling what they found in the closet
Rattlesnakes.
when the little girl said there was a monster in the closet. I'm not going to answer that. I want to wait.
Rattlesnakes?
You might be right about
Are you
rattlesnakes.
serious?
I'm not.
Sorry.
No, I'm not going to let you know if you're right or not. But we'll tell you exactly what they found in the closet. There were 50,000 of them.
Rattlesnakes?
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
All right, well, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. This one is quite terrifying. So a little girl told her parents over and over again she can't sleep because there's monsters in the closet. And I think everybody's had that story, whether you're a parent or whether you were the one saying it. Mm-hmm. And the parents kept saying, it's okay, just go to bed. It's going to be fine. Just go to bed. And then they actually investigated the closet, and they found 50,000 bees in the closet. 50,000 bees were in the closet.
Oh my gosh. I'd rather open it and see a monster.
Yeah, monster, at least maybe they'd attack the monster and kill the monster. So it was a mother of 3 children. They were terrified, the surprise. Basically, the bees were flying through the attic and leaving when they would go, look in the closet during the day at that point, and they couldn't see the bees or hear them. But at night, the bees all came back to the nest in there in the closet.
Oh my gosh. With their honey at least? Did they get something good out of it?
That's a great way to look at the story, Kenzie. It's a very positive take on it.
It's a good hobby to have. She could be a beekeeper.
It
Start her young.
does not say that they scored some honey out of the deal.
Oh.
They had to call pest control and multiple beekeepers, not just one, but multiple.
It's terrifying.
And they removed the bees, I guess. It's weird. They take them out and they set them free somewhere else to go to someone else's house, I guess.
I don't think it was the point of setting them free. They could go a lot of places besides a house.
Don't you think they're going to end up in someone else's house? It's a thing where I see. And listen, I understand, by the way, that bees are an indicator of our ecology. Mm-hmm. If the bees go away, we're screwed.
Right.
But
we still don't want them in the house.
We don't want them 50,000 of them in the closet.
There's a lot of animals that they go extinct. We're going to have problems. But, I don't want them in my home.
Yeah. But I always see those videos lately. They'll show up on TikTok where people save a shark.
Yeah.
And they let it go back in the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's going to kill somebody later, that shark. It's okay to kill a shark, I think.
We have a lot of people, though.
We don't have,
there's more people than sharks.
We need bees. Do we need sharks?
Of course.
I don't think we do.
I think we need sharks.
What do you need?
What's your argument against sharks, Brian?
They eat us.
All right, fair enough.
Some people are good.
Some people, but I would
Some
taste
people are
good.
delicious.
I'm sure I'd be delicious.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm like that.
Take deep dish pizza.
Well, I think I'm like that ribeye where there's a little
Your marbles.
A marble.
I can see that.
I absolutely think a shark looks at me and goes ooh, look at the marbling on this guy.
It's been aged marbling.
And I don't think I've ever been bitten because they argue too much on who's going to eat me, and then they get in a fight and I get out of the water by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're definitely, here's the thing. I would imagine you're more of a sitter, not a big, you're not out there doing the breaststroke and getting in shape.
Hey, you'd be surprised at me on the beach. I'm a body surfer.
Are you?
I love going in the waves.
You surf?
Yeah, I'm basically a surfboard at 6'4" and 1/4. I love body.
So you stand?
No, I jump into the wave and ride the wave in with my body.
With your body?
You can ride me in.
I don't want to ride you. I'm okay.
Casey, you want to ride me?
I do.
Let's see.
I want to go on a ride.
Next time Lake Michigan has those big waves, you ever see surfers out here? Sometimes they get out here and do it, and we'll do that.
I've
we'll
never seen you out there.
No. I go in the water at Lake Michigan, but I've never body surfed really big time.
Dip your toe in while you're drinking a beer.
Well, when I go in Lake Michigan, it goes up. Around the water.
You don't want to flood the city. You're just being nice.
Do you think if you laid face down in the water, Brian, I could stand on your back and surf a wave?
1,000%.
Yeah.
I've had cousins do that, little cousins
Boards
and
are
stuff.
thin.
Doesn't matter. Well, that even makes a better argument because Case is a thick boy as well. I need a little girth more to keep him up there on top
But
of
I'm
me.
saying,
I'm so fascinated about how you're going to dance around that. This is like a Mission Impossible mission, walking that tightrope of not calling me fat.
Brian calls you fat. He doesn't care.
I never use that word.
Yes, you have.
Not with Case. Thick
Yes, you
boy.
have.
Thick boy.
You've called him fat.
I have not used the word FAT.
Yes, you have. When he's not in the room, you do. You call him fat all the time.
No, I say sometimes he wears a really cool sweatshirt, and I go, that's fat. PHAT, fat,
That
the
means
sweatshirt.
pretty hot and tempting. Do you know that?
I know.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's an acronym.
That's a fact that makes your brain go boom. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that stood for that?
No.
Okay. Pretty hot and tempting. PHAT.
There's that scene in Meet the Parents when Ben Stiller goes in the kid's bedroom and he sees the little Kim poster and he goes, little Kim, she's fat.
Yeah.
He's trying to relate to the kid.
Good pull.
Oh, I forgot about that. So good. Oh, boy.
Do you think she's fat? Do you think Lil' Kim, you think she's pretty hot and tempting? Is that your jam?
Haven't seen her lately, so I don't know. But back in the day.
Haven't seen her lately.
Could you do a proof of life on Lil' Kim? See what's going on with Lil' Kim?
She's busy.
She looks pretty good. You should Google Lil' Kim 2024.
All right, let's do that before we move on.
Let's talk about the important stuff
She
here.
does that one dance that everyone makes fun of where she looks like she's like doing a zigzag.
Yeah, and her
going lower.
Instagram handle is at Lil Kim the Queen Bee. Maybe she was in this kid's closet.
Whoa,
Period.
good tie-in.
Period.
Oh, she's all blonde now, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's fat.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Since we're talking about the fact that made your brain go, little girl complained about a monster in the closet. Turned out it was 50,000 bees in her closet once her parent investigated. And I know I dropped the Meet the Parents reference of Lil' Kim. She's fat. We got there somehow off the
please
bees.
don't.
She's fat. But instead, here's the Tommy Boy scene with the bees when the police are chasing him and they go in the field. And
Oh my gosh.
Tommy goes, a little trick my dad taught me.
Bees! Bees! Bees in the car! Bees everywhere! God, they're huge! They're ripping my flesh off!
Son, roll around. Jamie, roll around on the ground.
Forget that! I'm starting to swell up! Save yourself! Don't be the hero!
Frank, I'm allergic to bees. Me too.
They're huge and they sting crazy!
They're huge and they sting crazy.
Yes. Don't be a hero.
Oh, so good. Rest in peace, Chris Farley. Wow. Highlight of your weekend. Check in with us, 312-591-8300. Dodger Boy checked in. Highlight of the weekend was performing a sold-out concert with the Joliet Junior Community College Band celebrating our 45th anniversary.
Well, that's just fun.
Wow. What instrument did you play, Dodger Boy? Let us know on that. If there's any video of that.
Cowbell?
Cowbell?
That's my instrument of choice.
Yeah. Ding. Or conk. Kind of goes conk.
Is that the sound a cowbell makes?
A conch.
A conk. Right?
I guess.
I mean, no.
Conk.
That's not the sound it makes.
I think so.
Have you ever listened to a song and heard conch? And
Is that when you listen to Don't Fear the Reaper, that's what you hear?
Conk, 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 conk. Conk, conk,
do you know
conk,
the
conk.
cowbell skit with Will Ferrell?
Of course.
You know what my favorite meme was using that? It's from SNL, and like more cowbell. It was when they said the Astros in the dugout like cheating. They used it as an example of the Astros cheating, and I cried. I just like couldn't breathe when I saw that.
Oh, so good. Let's see here. Aaron checked in from Indiana, the 219, went to the Big Growl concert Friday night in South Bend. It was Seether, Fuel, Saint Asonia, and Saliva.
That's a show.
Now, Kenzie, you mentioned sometimes butt rock. It gets that's a butt rock show right there. I mean, that's a good butt rock show.
It's just such a funny thing to say.
I mean, butt rock is not bad in general. Let's make that clear. It's not. Bands like, Creed and Nickelback, it's just called butt rock.
We celebrate them.
Yeah, we celebrate. And Seether, Fuel, Saint Asonia, Saliva.
Now,
what was
Brian,
the name of the festival again?
It was called the Growl, the Big Growl.
Sounds scary.
it's like bees in the closet.
I know. Could also be the name of a band.
Yeah.
Brian, we went down a Saliva wormhole like 6 months ago, you and I.
Yeah.
Am I correct in that Saliva has a different lead singer now? Am I remembering that right?
No, their guitar player sadly passed away, I believe.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I believe the singer's the same and just the guitar player. I think it's really kind of him and then a lot of hired guns these
Josie
days.
Scott.
Yeah, Josie
I
Scott.
hate that I know that. I hate that I know the lead singer of Saliva's name.
I love that you know that. So
Why are they called Saliva? A lot of kissing or something?
they have a funny story that they all worked at a strip club in Memphis. All the guys
Called
in the band.
Saliva?
I don't think so, but I mean, all of it all of them worked at a strip club as like bouncers, and then they became a band, and they got really popular. They had a couple big, huge hit
Must
songs.
have been a very busy strip club for them to all get to know each other that well and start a band.
I don't know much about the strip club. We can do a deep dive on that and figure out what happened with
It's
it.
one of those strip clubs that are like always hiring. Like you just see like need new dancers on the side for like 4 years. It's like okay,
Don't they always need new dancers?
they always need new dancers.
I mean, even if it's a
A
big
lot of turnover.
I was
in
going
the
to say,
industry.
I mean, a lot of them are going to law school. Eventually they move on. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Can you imagine making the pilgrimage to the strip club where Saliva started?
Oh.
Just to take your photo out front?
See, Kenzie wants to do a morning show trip somewhere.
Yes, I've heard. I've heard a lot
I will
about
start
this.
a riot if that's what I get after all the complaining for a trip. If we have to go to this live strip club, I'm mad. I better be on the way to Cabo. Or I will be miserable to you guys. I will make your life hell.
Starting Monday, listen at 7 for your chance to get to Saliva Strip Club with Kenzie.
It better be a pit stop. I'm going to lose my mind.
Brian and I are going to have to stay at the studio, actually. Kenzie, this is a solo trip for you.
Oh,
no.
God. Holy crap.
I'm not allowed to go to strip clubs anymore ever since I got food poisoning.
Oh.
You're not allowed to? Is that a rule you set for yourself?
Yeah, it's because I got really bad food poisoning. I almost missed my friend's wedding.
Wait. You're not allowed back into that strip club or just in
Just
general?
any. I should stop going. I spend a lot of money. I get food poisoning. I'm not
Wow.
going anymore.
What did you eat at the strip club?
Lamb chops. I almost missed my friend's wedding.
What was the name of the strip club?
Oh God, the Pink Pony.
Oh, that's a good name. I'd go in the Pink Pony. I'd go
bet
in
you
there.
would.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought the menu looked delightful.
Yeah.
I was starving.
Well, if you have lamb chops.
Well, we'd been out all night.
Yeah.
I was so hungry. I needed some protein.
All right, let's see. Thank you for checking in about your weekend and getting us on a Saliva wormhole there, man. Appreciate it. Hope the show was great. Highlight of the weekend. Kenzie, what was your highlight of your weekend?
Oh my God. You know what happened to me? I can't. My car, and it's not fancy, but it's a push to start. They've moved like almost every car you push to start now. Okay.
Yeah, yep.
And I can't get used to this. And I took my key out of the car, which should be enough. And I go into Target and I come back out and my car was running the entire time.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
And it's embarrassing when you walk up to a car that's already running because in the winter you could be like, well, I've just started it from inside. I was warming it up. No one thinks that in the summer.
No.
It was very warm out. There was no reason for my car to still be running. It sucked.
If someone did catch you, because I'm cooling it down now.
Yeah, it was cooling it
I'm
down.
cooling it down. It's amazing that a running car, like enough cars get stolen in Chicago and carjacked for them, but a running one doesn't get taken.
But I had the key, so I think you could get in it. But I think that it would be like there's no key. I don't think it would driven away.
I think it beeps because when I walk away, like I'll have the key in my car and Megan will be waiting in the car or something, and I walk away, it goes beep, but it keeps running. It doesn't turn off.
But I don't think you can drive if it can't detect the key fob.
Don't know that.
One time, I dropped. This thing has just been a problem for me. I don't know what was wrong with the key going into the car.
Yeah.
Because now it just floats about the car,
But
and I can never find it. There's no mistake. You have the key anyways, so I don't get it. But I dropped one of my keys in the car, and in between the seat, I couldn't get it for the life of me. So I had to go upstairs and get my spare key. But then I realized there's still a key in my car. If someone gets into my car, they can drive away now because you don't have to plug it in.
Yeah. Oh boy.
This key is becoming a huge problem for me.
You can tell. You sound like you're on the verge of tears.
It's just a lot. I don't know what was wrong with putting the key in the car. Then I knew where it was.
So that was Kenzie's highlight of her weekend. Case, what about you? Highlight of your weekend?
So, I'm out of toilet paper at my house.
Oh boy.
I was at my girlfriend's place.
Yup.
She's lock, stock, and barrel with rolls and rolls of toilet paper.
Because when COVID started, she stocked up like 4 years ago and had like 80,000 rolls at her house.
You would think, not only that, because she is somebody that was definitely a doomsday prepper,
Yup.
but she has this fancy toilet paper that she orders online.
Fancy toilet paper.
It's not available in store. There's no Charmin Bear in her house.
Okay.
It's like this brand I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm gonna take some.
That's mean.
Take
You
a penny,
stole?
leave a penny. I've given her plenty. I'm
Like
gonna take
what?
I'm gonna take a few rolls for myself here.
Yeah, what have you given her?
Yeah, what have you given her?
Joy?
Joy, laughter, friendship, nice meals.
Ugh.
So I put some in my duffel bag, my shack pack. I
What?
forget about that's the thing that Brian and I call when we take a bag to our girl's house.
Before we continue on that, I call a shack pack. You ever take a bag to somebody's house when you were dating, like you knew you were staying over? Like a duffel bag, let's say, with a few
Well,
clothes.
Honestly, my husband's the first person I ever lived with. Like, I was always like, oh, I'm going to just check out at the end of the night and see you later. Like being in my place.
There's ladies, mostly ladies, because men don't really do this. But in case it's a shack pack, because he's been going back and forth. But you have a little shack pack. You call your shacking up for the night, and you take a little. Maybe you have a toothbrush, a little toothpaste. Maybe you have a change of underwear.
Okay, well now if you're listening, women, don't let men bring one over because they put stuff in it from your house. Apparently, they steal from you using it.
They steal. That's right. Like case.
So I put toilet paper in there. I go on with my day. I forget about it, and then we're laying down at the end of the night, and she's like, hey, why is there toilet paper in your duffel bag? And I forgot that I put it in there.
Without asking.
Yeah. So first of all, I was embarrassed. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I was like, did I have an accident? I forgot about it? No, but then she explained to me what she saw, which was 2 rolls of her property that I did not ask for, that I put in my bag. And I just assumed, I could take it, no problem, no questions asked. What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. That sort of deal.
Sure.
No, not the case. And so now I have to buy toilet paper today.
So she let you take it, leave with it?
No, she didn't let me take it.
Oh, my
And
God.
why should she let you take it? Be like,
You
no.
can't, they've been dating for what, 2 years?
Yeah, almost.
You can't
First
take
off,
a
you
what?
should be in trouble. You stole from her and then lied. So you should be in a lot more trouble than you are.
Well, what point in a relationship can you just give
Steal?
give a roll of toilet paper to
Thank
someone?
you.
You have to ask. If you had asked, like a good boy, said he stole and lied. Not good characteristics for a future husband.
I love that you denied it. Like you just completely, no.
Like it walked into his bag.
I don't know how they got in there.
Yeah.
Your elite toilet paper. I don't know what
I
happened
just
there.
never imagined this would have been an issue. I would have thought, well, of course I can take some of her stuff.
You're lying right now. Because if you didn't think it was an issue when she asked you why it was in there, you would have been honest.
Yeah.
So you're lying to us, Eva. You have a problem, Pinocchio. Your nose is pushing the microphone away. Good Lord.
Well, I'll keep checking in with the highlight of your weekend. Boy, it sounds like we had some great weekend stuff going
It was
on
awesome.
here.
Brian, you want to talk about your sick child at all?
No, that's pretty much it. The highlight of my weekend was walking her because she was sick and took her out for a
Or
little.
you put her on a leash?
I took her in a stroller.
Okay.
Walked her in that. She fell asleep. And it was the Cubs game, Saturday's game, when they came back. What a game, by the way. And went by Murphy. Some friends of ours were there. This is the highlight of my weekend. I sat outside the fence, and they passed me beers. That's it. I mean, because we couldn't get in with the stroller. It was too packed. And so they bought beers for me and passed them over the
Are
fence.
you allowed to drink beers on the other side of the sidewalk?
No, you're not. And and one of the guys kept looking over. Whenever he did, I just chugged it and threw it down. So
Well, you're with the stroller?
yeah. Megan was walking. I mean, she was sober enough to walk home the baby. I wasn't at that point. I started chugging beers over the fence at Murphy's.
It's a different kind of drunk when you're too drunk to walk your child home.
Certainly is. Certainly is. I called an Uber. They walked home. Our weekends were interesting, but, check it with yours. 312-591-8300. We're 6 minutes away, actually, from your chance to go to the Minnesota Yacht Club Festival. It sounds weird, but it's Chili Peppers, Offspring, Gwen Stefani, Alanis Morissette, and more. That's coming up. Here's Go Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Police were called to a hotel after Britney Spears and her boyfriend got into a fight. The investigation is being led by the LAPD's Britney Spears unit. Boeing will launch their first manned space capsule today. Note to the astronauts, check the door. Hall and Oates officially split. Hall sang most of the lead vocals, but Oates gets custody of the mustache. Hawaii has approved the shaka as the official state gesture. Not to be outdone, New Jersey just did the same thing with the middle finger. Bob Seger turned 79 today. These days, his only night moves are from his Craftmatic adjustable bed to the bathroom. Yes, Bob Seger is 79 and now backed by the Centrum Silver Bullet Band. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.